Hey guys, welcome to the next part of Let's Play Football Manager 2015, and this is the FA Cup final game versus Arsenal. If you'd like to know how we got to the final or anything like that, please see our previous video. We'll have all the routes to the final, you'll see how we got in the league and everything like that, but this video is strictly FA Cup final live commentary. Before we do that though, we're going to go briefly talking about the teams and the tactics and things. I generally don't really get a chance to talk about tactics and stuff in the update videos, and that's mainly because there's no, well, there is room for it. I just, there's no point really. It's sort of, I'm going over results, so we're going to go over it here anyway, so might as well do it as a good time now. This is the formation you may have noticed I've been playing all season, and have been for a few years now. It's 4-1-3-2. Diego Payet plays this half-back role so well. I mean, he's 33 now, he's getting on a little bit. I don't know how much longer he can do it for, maybe one more season, I think. As I say, he is getting on a bit, but we've got Aaron Francis to come in to maybe do that. Wayne Knock, and actually no, we can't, he's an attacking midfielder, never mind. We've got a few others as well. But yeah, if obviously, I'm aware that, you're probably not going to know of every single player in this team, obviously due to its regens and stuff. If you'd like to maybe get to know more, explore the save a bit more. If you'd like me to put it up for download, the actual save up for download, please say, and I will. And I'll say it's being used for reference as opposed to you actually playing the game, because I personally don't see the point in just saying, "Oh, can I download your save?" 20 odd years into the future, and it's like, what's the fun in that? I don't see why. Anyway, I digress. This is starting 11 then, so we've got Adam Stevens, who's been, well, he's basically the captain. He will captain the team. Shane Duffy, as you know, is due to retire. Granero, McKenzie, Meyer and Vuko. I've been playing these two as fullbacks, you may have noticed. A lot of people were mentioning why my defence was so poor early on in the game, and they said probably because you've got limited fullbacks. But the thing is, you say limited fullback, fine. Limited fullback, it's what it recommends, but when you actually look at it, it's fullback as well. And that's the thing, don't just take everything you get a Football Manager at face point like I do, and that's what I did. And I found out that you don't want to just constantly have them at limited fullback. You might just have them at fullback. That is a problem apparently. If you just constantly have limited fullbacks, it's not going to do you any good. So that's what I've done. So thanks to the guys that noticed that. I've got Payet in the half-back position. I've also got, he has played a Regista before, but he is a much better halfback. Cabrera, Cook and Vernon, these three, excuse me, are just beasts. They're just unbelievable. And Rocco Gallio, who's of course scored 33 goals this season, alongside Thierry Ambrose, who now know is 31 years old, not capped by France, weirdly. On the bench, Shane Duffy will be potentially making a final appearance for the club. He's a legend, of course, 74 appearances for Ireland. Just a great, he's a legend. He's the only legend to make the game so far. Obviously you have the default legends at Derby, who are Brian Clough and Steve Bloomer, but Shane Duffy has managed to get himself in there, of course. And I think, yeah, instructions before we go, last thing. This is pretty much what I've used all season. Obviously, as I say, I chop and change depending on the opposition. This time, I think I might put tighter marking on as well, because it is Arsenal. If we're playing someone lower down the league, I won't put that usually. Disciplined, again, it's Arsenal. If we're against, Crystal Palace or someone, then I might put expressive. Tempo almost usually is the same. Flanks, because of Cabrera and Vernon, their pace is just disgusting. I know I'm a pace whore. Apparently that's a thing on FIFA. I wouldn't know. I haven't played FIFA since like 2011. Retain possession, short passing and work ball into the box. This seems to have worked for me. It is a bit of a pet peeve when defenders and midfielders just lump the ball up everywhere, and it's like, well, what was that for? Why did you do that? It's coming straight back to us, And this seems to counteract that. Obviously, I realised, and I actually didn't think that this was the case. It was look for overlap. If you have that on, you will find that players will just lump the ball forward, just aimlessly almost, and you're like, why? Obviously you understand why, but and when you're actually in the heat of the moment, you're just thinking, why did you do that for? As you can see, Poyet, just a quick note on the games here. He may have, if you've seen the last video, you may know we lost the last 3 games of the season. The title was secured. But obviously, and I actually went on then to instant result the games. This is one of the benefits of playing in Football Manager Classic, and that is you get to instant result certain games. Now, I don't usually use it. In fact, I've barely used it. The only time I use it is if it's a dead rubber game, like those final 3 games. And I think what it's proven to me, and I've had suspicions that this is the case for the past, and this has confirmed it for me, that instant result is absolutely and utterly random. It doesn't. It takes 0. I think it takes 0 things into account, like players' strengths, opposition strength, anything like that. It's absolutely random. So, I mean, obviously, if you're blooming Worcester City versus Manchester City, then obviously Manchester City are obviously going to win. But if it's 2 evenly matched teams or fairly evenly matched teams, it will be very random. And it will just choose anything. So I wouldn't use it personally. I think it's a bad thing. Obviously, I think it's a bad thing, and I would not recommend it. If you're in a rush or something, or if you just want to get one last game out the way, then maybe yeah. I've done that in the past. I did that on FM13, where it's like, okay, I just want to play this last game. Let's just instant result it and see what happens. We win, great. There's an extra win. I haven't done that yet on Football Manager 15, and quite honestly, I don't see the point. Anyway, just a side note on instant resulting there. Don't do it. Arsenal's team. We've got Julian Brandt, who currently plays for Leverkusen. Very good player. He's 32 now. He's still a great player, though. Really good player. Kuro, a player, I believe he plays for Seville. Does he? Or somewhere, anyway. I don't know if that's not this season, is it? No, so of course it's not. I'm talking rubbish. Yeah, it looks like he plays for Sevilla at the moment. It's a very young player still. Arsenal bought him for 30. Look at that. Udinese got him on a free from Granada. Then Arsenal paid 31 million. That is some profit. We've got here young Tom Proctor. Well, I'll say young. He just felt like he was young for ages. He's 30 years old now. God. Here's 2 players to look out for in the upcoming Euro 2028 series. Omar Marzillo, he's awesome. And Fabio Torri could be my midfield there. And of course, Arsenal's, dare I say, MVP. Look at them 20s, Jesus. Jamel Khazri, what a player this guy. He's 29 years old, 104 caps for Belgium. That is disgusting. I can't believe I didn't find this guy. Yeah, he's one of the best defenders on the game, to put it bluntly. A few more decent players there. Vallejo's a decent player. Bell's a decent player. The goalkeeper's not bad. You may notice Josh Barker there, 5 goals in the FA Cup. That's where that's most of his 14 goals have come from this season. Unfortunately, he got injured, of course, and I probably wouldn't want to play him in an FA Cup final against Arsenal. Anyway, enough chit chat. We're at the home of Tottenham. Yes, Wembley. Side note about that, I'll get back to that in a minute. We're at Wembley, let's do it. So, if you've been watching the series for a while, you'll know Tottenham play their home games at Wembley. Now, I don't know if it was like a glitch or something that they were temporarily meant to move into Wembley and then, move into some, new White Hart Lane as it is. But for some reason, they haven't. They've permanently moved into Wembley. And Euro 2028 is being held. I may have brought this up in the last video, but I thought I'd mention it again because it's really intriguing. Oh, hang on, chance for... Oh, Ambrose. Not a bad effort. A really intriguing thing here because the Euro 2028 is being held in England. And one of the grounds that is being used for the tournament is New White Hart Lane. But Tottenham don't play at New White Hart Lane, nor are they even scheduled to move in. Usually, if you go on facilities, it will say moving into X stadium in 2 years' time or in 2029 or something, something like that. But there's nothing there. It just says Wembley. There's Ambrose. That's 1-0. Is he onside? Yes, he is. Thierry Ambrose, 10 goals for the season. That's just with Derby. I think he himself might have 30 goals for the season. Okay, whoa, let's stop. Been waffling about New White Hart Lane. Okay, let's not waste time yet. Oh, hang on. Have I gone too defensive there? Oh, shit. Undo. What's clear there instead? Not defensive. Let's just go to standard. No, in fact, yeah, standard. I think, yeah, we'll just keep it at that for now. We'll keep it at that. So Arsenal are very dangerous. Well, say that, there's Marzillo. I'm kind of hoping they don't have a bad game, because then I'll look like a right idiot when I take over as Italy manager for the summer in the Euros. But yeah, it's just a weird thing. Has that happened on your game? Please say. I don't know if that's like a glitch or a bug or something, in that they just didn't move in. But, you know, obviously, it would never... Tottenham moving into Wembley permanently, that would never, of course, be allowed. You know, oh, Proctor, he's onside as well. That was irritating. Well, let's go back to control. I've conceded so many goals from just the keeper punching it out to a bloody opposition player. You know, it's all like a free kick and the keeper can't keep hold of it, and it just so happens to run to a bloody opposition player. And it's like, I must have conceded, I'd say, at least a dozen goals like that this season. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's like, could you blame your keeper's crap handling, catching skills? I don't know, but it does. I've seen one or two other people talk about how goalkeepers don't hold on to free kicks, and yeah, don't get me wrong, it's nowhere near as bad as the case of the goalkeepers on the beta. If you went around for the beta, goalkeepers' handling and catching was just catastrophically bad. I mean, really, it was. Yeah, a genteel cross would come in and they'd like punch it out for a corner, and you're like, come on. You know, a 5-year-old a 5-year-old could catch that. You know, it was just so silly. And okay, it's not quite on them levels, but you know, it mostly does appear to be free kicks. But there are a few. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in real life, and that's not what I'm complaining about. And I don't think many people complain about things being unrealistic, as in that doesn't happen in real life. It's more the rate in which it happens, if you know what I mean. Oh, chance for Guy, who's got to be offside, surely, yeah. If you know what I mean. Like, we'll see things happen that are perhaps a touch unrealistic, but, you know, you're not going to go, oh, okay, that's not going to happen in real life, don't be ridiculous. But you see it happen, like, 2 or 3 times in a session, and you're like, oh, come on. You know, come on now, it's taking the piss type thing. So, you know, I do sympathise a lot. Right, here's another point I want to make. A lot of people have said free kicks are overpowered this year. I completely disagree. I've no idea where you've got that from. In fact, I would go as far as to say free kicks are underpowered. I've seen... It must be going on at least 100 free kicks now from my players. Just go over. And I'm not just talking a bit over. I'm talking ending up in bloody rosette. Cabrera did it. I think Lingard did it. Who else? There was someone else. I can't remember the player, but there were a fair few players who would just waste free kick after free kick after free kick, and it got very, very tedious very quickly. And the problem was, these players, they're not crap at free kicks. Chance for Ambrose, but he gets it wrong. The problem is, they're not bad at free kicks. Oh, there's Kuro, I don't believe it. I did highlight him. Ah, shit. Half time. Bollocks. They're not bad at free kicks. Look at Cabrera. Look at Cabrera's free kicks. I'm actually going to show you them now. I should probably concentrate on the game. Free kick taking is 19. He has scored, I think, 1 free kick for us. And he constantly, and I mean constantly, gets it wrong. He will just blaze it over or just put it wide badly. You know, it's just immensely frustrating. A bit like this feckin' match. Right, okay, so we're winning 1-0. Oh, you know what the problem is, don't you? I can see it immediately. Rocco Gallio is having, again, 0 impact on the game. 33 goals this year, and he just has not decided to turn up in probably the biggest one of them all. I don't understand this fucking player, man. He's immensely frustrating because he can win you games single-handedly, but other times he's like, might as well just not be there. It's like playing with 10 men. I don't know what type of player there is. He's not Balotelli. Okay, I'll say Balotelli of, say, 3 years ago, but there's just something about him where I just go, Why aren't you working today? What is wrong with you? You know. I'm just looking now. Darko Vuko, well, he's in good form, Vuko, but he's had a is it Vuko? Yeah. Vuko having a poor game. I don't really know what to do, because we haven't been particularly bad. I think we let Arsenal into the game in the last sort of 15 minutes. Vernon's not doing too badly. Ambrose has been good. Okay. Poyet, I don't know how much longer he can do this role. I hate this thing as well. I hate this little drop-down menu. I think it's rubbish. I can see why some people might like it, but I personally think it's a waste of time, and it's how long it takes to open as well. If you click that accidentally, that's at least 2 or 3 seconds you're waiting for that to load. I hate this little menu. Sorry, I just had to get that out there. I hate it. I don't know who to bring on. Hammond's in. Look at his morale. He's superb. The thing is, though, you might go, why would you take him off? He's had 33 goals this year. Yeah, he might be able to turn it around. The thing is, though, if I get to half-time and Gallio hasn't played well, he's not going to play well for the other 45 either. He's just useless. So I feel as if I should take him off. But then if I were to leave him on for 15 minutes, and again he continues to play badly, well, I've just proven my point and I've lost 15 minutes worth of potential goal-scoring time. So I don't know what to do. Hammond used to play for Arsenal as well. I won't bring on Haroy for Vuko. He's been good, Vuko, in the second half of the season. He's been really good. I gave him a new contract actually on some of his performances. It was really funny. He scored his first goal and he's like, "I want a new contract." What the hell? I was like, "Okay, that's a bit snappy, but okay." Right, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. I can't make my mind up. If you can't make your mind up on who to bring on or who to take off or anything like that, just don't do it altogether. Hopefully they don't come out all guns blazing. An interesting point on Potter here. This lad used to play for Liverpool. You might recognise him from a few other games when we played Liverpool. And that is, I don't know why he's gone to Arsenal. I think he was sold, I think it's to Huddersfield, and then Arsenal must have poached him from there. Yeah, I can tell. Okay, this is not going well. We should probably make a change. Gallio, look at that. That rating's dropped again. And yeah, let's bring Hammond on. He is one of these players that seem to come through the Liverpool Academy. He's not real, by the way. He's a regen. I say Academy. He's a young player that Liverpool brought through, and he's not a bad player. Yeah, okay, he's not world class. Gallio, yeah, it's just not working for him. And there's another guy as well. You might recognise a name as well. He's at Newcastle now. He's called Michael Lee Bulmer, and he was banging the goals in, but Liverpool just didn't fancy him. And again, him and Potter could have been really good up front, but hey, there you go. Right, yeah, Arsenal now just being a bit more effective than us. They seem to... Oh, this is really frustrating. It's not the great... I know this isn't the greatest game in the world. Oh, and it's a feckin' injury. And it's Darko Vuko. Wow. He's playing slightly better. I've got Haroy to come on here. Oh, this is not good. Got my two winter signings on. I might swap Cabrera to attack and Vernon to support and see what happens. I might go attacking a bit as well. Not higher up, are we? Okay. Let's take discipline off and just see how that goes. That's really irritating. See, now that's what you want to see. I like how the white line's constantly pushing the red line back, yet then Arsenal are on the ball. And then we give it away. Just so easily. That's better from Payet. But again, they give the ball away so easily. What's that about? Wow! What the fuck happened there? Whoa, 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 whoa. What on earth happened there? That was a mess. So, it came back to Proctor. Like, fucking 4 players going in for it, and it just breaks the pot. What? Oh, stop. Just see this again. The ball just seemingly... There's Potter take it. I think Potter gets it in the touch. What the fuck are these doing? Dear God, I don't even know what just... Oh my God, are you kidding? Oh, I thought it was another... I was going to say, I thought it was another injury. I think Hammond's injured, but partially. Right, see what I mean? 19 free kick taking. Right there. On show. For everyone to see. Oh, Hammond's hit the bot. Ambrose, surely. That's 3-2. He's onside. Okay, well... Now what? What do we do? Hammond's injured, but he can continue to play. That's fine. Cabrera, he's not having a good game, is he? Cook isn't really doing a lot either, if I'm being honest with you. He's not. I'm going to bring Wayne Knott on. He's in form. Knott. Oh shit, I brought Vernon off. Let's do Cook. Okay, deep line playmaker. Let's go. He's in form. This is when nothing happens. Oh, here we go. Chance here. Corner Cabrera. There's Knott. Oh, it's off the line. It's another mental cup final with Arsenal. You may remember the League Cup final we had with them on the penalties. That went crazy. Oh, McKenzie just gets it away from Potter. Hammond flicks it onto no one. Okay, we're going to have to go oval. Okay, fuck it. Push higher up. Take more risks. Okay, oh yeah, Patrick Mayer can play up front. So I'm going to have to change that. Right. Go back to tactics. Mayer can play up front. We're going to have to go 3 at the back. This is what I do when I go a bit mad and think, right, we've got to win some... Well, I say go mad. We're trying to win the bloody game. Patrick Mayer can play up front. He's not a particularly great striker, if I'm honest with you, but he is able to play up top. And naturally, the clock now runs all the way through to 90 minutes. Because that's how it works. Oh, chance for Ambrose. Oh, that was the chance. It was within a hat-trick in an FA Cup final. And I think he might have just blown it. Chance again here is Patrick Mayer. Look at this. Oh, see what I mean? He can't play up front. I actually tried it as well with Mayer for a while up front, and it just really didn't work, and you can see why. I'll tackle by point. Here we go again. Look at... Oh, it's a wrong ball from Mayer. It's just about having men up there. There's Vernon. Oh, chance. Still chance. It's Mayer. Ambrose, oh, for God's sake. Put it in the box. Have a shot or something. God. McKenzie back in. No, it's going to... I think that... Oh, no. It's still 2 minutes left. How high we are, dear Lord. Diego Poyet with a shot. I'm blaming him for hitting it. I probably would have rather had someone else, if I'm being honest with you. Look at this time waste now. The time wasted on this is unbelievable. Oh, no way, I was going to say Ambrose. Surely not. Great, lovely passing there, but this is really getting desperate now. Comes out to Hammond. Oh, it's... Ambrose just takes out Bell there. I hate the way he does that. Oh, come off it, ref. What are you doing? Oh, come on. No, this isn't the way it ends. Oh, Poyet. No. That's it. Full time. It's another feckin' final defeat. Thierry Ambrose match. Arguably, we should have won that. A bit of a messy goal. Classic Football Manager goal. We don't really know what happened. I think this Kuro goal here on half-time changed it. That is massively disappointing. Hammond's out, whatever, who cares, it's the end of the season. Oh, fuck off. For fuck's sake, right. That's another one we're not going to win. That's... Oh, I'm really annoyed with that. Because we should have won. Wonder if Rocco Gallio... No, he wouldn't have done, don't be silly. I was going to say Gallio having a chance there, but I don't think that would have happened. So that's another FA Cup final for us there, but unfortunately it was not to be this time. Who is the Arsenal manager? Yeah, you won't believe it. It's fucking Lee Clark, if you're wondering. Lee Clark. That's the first time they've won the FA Cup as well for 14 years, since they actually won it in real life, of course. They haven't yet to actually win it on the game till now. Oh, well, that is massively, massively disappointing. Well, I'm going to forget about Derby now for a while, because I'm going to go on to some international duty as we take on Euro 2028 in England. So let's switch on over there to the Italy tab. And this is it then. So I've got 2 friendlies against Wales and America. Then we have our Euro group stage draw here, which is our first one's going to be against Holland, who are first in the world. Shit. That's going to be at the Olympic Stadium in London. Then we take on Scotland, who actually were in our group, our qualifying group, the 14th. They're actually pretty decent, if I'm being honest with you, Scotland. They're managed by Mark Hughes now as well, for some reason. That's at Villa Park, you know, my old stomping ground and all that. And then we play Poland at Anfield. who are, again, they're not great. Fabianski's the coach. They're not amazing, but they're not exactly bad either. So this is a tricky little group here. This is how the rest of it looks. England's actually won it in 2024. Again, I don't know. They've got Lithuania, Russia and Turkey. Then we have Austria, Belgium, Portugal, Romania in Group B. Croatia and Cyprus, yes, Cyprus are actually pretty damn good. They're not, like, incredible or anything, but what we now know is Cyprus. This is not the same team. This is a ridiculously good team. Hang on a minute, there's two players called Andreas Kasunic. Shit, there is as well. What the hell? There's another one. There's an Anthony Kasunic. What the hell's going on here? There's another one. What the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you joking? Look at them names. That was a genuine live reaction. I've never seen that before. There's 5 players called Kasunic in this Cyprus team. What the fuck? I'm speechless. How many more is there? Is there any more in the under 19s? No, there isn't. What on earth is that about? Even then, there's still another AK there. Look, and then there's another Andreas. That is. I hope we don't play them in the next round, because I'm going to be very confused if we do. Anyway, there's their group, and Israel, Spain. So if you want to know, obviously Euros change. The Euros actually change, I think, after 2016. So there's all like weird nations leagues and stuff as well, which we'll go over probably next time. But yeah, it's in England, and I'm really looking forward to it. My squad, obviously, we'll go over the squad. I've named a preliminary squad, but I don't want to show you that because I'll show you the proper one, the full 23 full 23 tournament squad when that's been announced. So yeah, where we are, in fact, again, just in case anything's changed, we are 6th in the world at the moment. Holland, well, in fact, there you can see the top 10. Sweden have somehow got themselves into the top 10. Austria, who are actually really good, they are anticipated to get really good over the next few years, apparently. In terms of their footballing prowess. Cyprus, I don't know how Cyprus are in there. Israel in the top 20. Who else is there? France back up there. Czech Republic in 9th. Wales actually ahead of England now. England have dropped off the face of the earth. Seriously, I mean, Pep Guardiola's the manager, but their squad is really interesting. Stevens, my goalkeeper, I think he's not the number 1, but he gets in the squad regularly. Chalobah's in there, Chambers, Stones, Luke Shaw, Warren Stee, you may remember him from the Aston Villa save. He's like ridiculously good now. I knew he'd be. I could tell. Sean Fisher somehow gets in. He's not even a good player. Seriously, he's not even good. He's just there. Because on merit, because he plays well. Poyet and Francis, Cook, Vernon, Hammond. There's Adrian Sutton, you might remember him. Matthew Richings, remember him. Raheem Sterling still going at 33 years old. God, that's weird to hear now, isn't it? Jack Carr. There's this really interesting one here. There's a guy called Debnath, who's from India, but he's English, which is interesting. I think we're going to see a lot of these in a few years. We're going to see all sort of Indian-sounding, you know, sort of, no, I was going to say, sort of subcontinent players now, because apparently India is a real hotbed for football, or football talent, young football talent, apparently. I was very close to signing this guy from Southampton. I actually asked on Twitter, said, this is probably a few weeks ago now, but I actually asked and said, what do you think of this lad, or think of this lad here? People said, not for the price I was going to pay. I think I was going to pay about 13 million for him, and I don't think he was worth it. John Stones there, 33. Sorry, I'm just going off on a complete tangent here, showing you a few things. So that is essentially what's to come. So that will be the next video will be the first group game in Euro 2028, and that will be against Holland with this Italy team. I'll go over the team. I'll introduce all the players so that you are completely aware of who they are, and you're at least you've at least got a bit of background knowledge on it and things like that. So thank you very much for watching. Sorry I couldn't win the FA Cup, but you know, that's how cup finals go. If you enjoyed, please give the video a like, and I will see you then in Euro 2028. And until then, goodbye.